was talking to my trainer the other day, and I sat down on the wall and I said, I'm struggling today. This is hard. And my trainer's, he said, what do you mean? I said, man, this workout is hard. He said, how you came from a poor kid to this house you got in this neighborhood, that's hard. Working out ain't near as hard as the struggle to get where you want. Everybody wants to be successful and everybody want to be happy. That happiness and success is available for every last one of you. You got to change your mindset. The difference between successful people and non-successful people, it ain't none. God gave me the same thing he gave y'all. He don't love me more than he loved you. You got to get funky if you want to be successful. If you think that they're going to mail this money to your house, if you think they're going to pave the way for you and make it easy, you're dead wrong about that. You got to change your mind, and you're going to have some faith. If you ain't got no relationship with God, you finna make this thing way harder than it's got to be. You gonna be successful without God? How that's working out for you. You can come from nothing, but you gonna have to have God. But there ain't a book out there how to make it without God. You can short circuit your ticket by just putting some faith in God. All you have to do is uncover this gift that God gave you at birth. He never created a person that he didn't give a gift to. Uncover that gift that he gave you. Your gift will make room for you. God told me one time, Steve, he said, if you want to see how your life gonna be, follow your boss home one day. See the house he living in and see who greet him at the door. I decided to follow my boss home one day. So I got out, he worked late, I just waited. The car he was driving was not the car I dreamed of owning. And the house he pulled up in front of was not the house that I was dreaming of owning. And he told me, he said, you will never make more money than your boss makes. That's the car you're gonna be able to get. That's the house you'll be living in. Because that just wasn't what I had dreamed of. Make some decisions in your life. Your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. He didn't hide it from you. He didn't hide it in the ocean. You don't need no map to find it. All y'all are gifted at something. Your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of great men.
When they built this stage, they have a weight load specification. They considered what it could handle before they put me up here. It's not good to be jealous because you might ask to be like somebody else and get something that you were not built to handle. Aren't you glad God considered your ability before he put something on you that gave you a nervous breakdown, puts you over the edge? Every blessing is not a blessing and every success is not success. You don't want what other people have. You want what God has for you. Give me what I can handle. One guy's got 5, one's got 2, each according to his ability. They didn't have the same talents, but all 3 of them had an opportunity. You may not have what the person next to you has. You might not look like what they look like. You may not have the resources or build like somebody else can build. But the one thing we all have in common, we woke up with an opportunity.
You have something special. You have something special. You have greatness within you. Just the fact that you showed up, you're uncommon. You have a sense of taking responsibility for your own life. You have something special. The people that will make it, they look around for the circumstances that they want. If they can't find them, they create them. But you're operating out of the thinking, things may happen around you and things may happen to you. But the only things that really count are the things that happen in you. You have something special. You are uncommon. I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I don't wish to be a kept citizen. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence. I will never cower before a master, nor bend to any threat. This I have done. An uncommon desire to live your dream and control your destiny.
God is looking for kingdom builders, people that will use the resources, the influence to be a blessing, to accomplish your God-given dream, to support that charity, to pay off that single mom's house, to leave your family better than it was before. In the scripture, Nehemiah was living in a foreign country, working as a cupbearer for the king. He had an ordinary job. One day his brother came to visit him. He told how the walls of Jerusalem, their home city, had been torn down. Gates were burned. How the city was unprotected. The people were in danger. The scripture says, when Nehemiah heard this, he wept. He was heartbroken. For days he mourned. He asked God to do something. God put a dream in his heart to go back home and rebuild those walls. That seemed impossible. He was living 1,000 miles away. He didn't have the funds, the materials, the crew, the experience. But God won't give you vision without provision. You may not see how. The odds are against you, but what you can't see is there are transfers coming. Things that you couldn't make happen, God will make happen. The king asked Nehemiah why he was so sad. He said, it's because our people are in danger. Our city is unprotected. The walls are down. King could have said, too bad. It's not my problem. Don't bring your trouble to me. But the king said to Nehemiah, how can I help you? What's interesting is this king didn't worship Jehovah. He didn't believe in the God of Abraham. Yet he's wanting to help Nehemiah. God will cause the right people to be good to you. Everyone that's going to help you accomplish your dream may not believe like you believe. They may not be living a godly life, yet they've been positioned in your path to help you move into your destiny. One of the main people that helped us acquire the Compact Center was the biggest partier. He loved to drink, to curse. He liked me, but he would make fun of the church. A colleague asked him to attend Lakewood with him. He said, no, I don't like going to the circus. He didn't offend me. I like the circus. Our brother Paul's going to come out in the high wire in a minute. I thought you can make fun all you want as long as you keep using your influence to move us forward. He was the big reason that we got the building. You may be surprised at who God uses to fund your dream, to open that door, to put in a good word for you. The king told Nehemiah that he could take time off, go back and rebuild the walls. Nehemiah was grateful, but he said, I don't have any material. have any funds to buy the wood, the stone, the rock, the mortar. The king said, that's no problem. I'll give you a letter requiring people to give you what you need. Nehemiah said, that's great, but it's dangerous traveling back home. I don't know if I'll make it there safely. The king said, don't worry. I'll let all the governors know that you're traveling through their city. They'll watch after you. Should have taken Nehemiah years. But he rebuilt the walls in just 52 days. How could this happen? This king who didn't worship Jehovah transferred his funds, his materials, his favor, his influence. God will put dreams in your heart that you can't accomplish on your own. Don't be intimidated. God is setting you up for a transfer. He's put the right people in your path, people that will use their influence to thrust you ahead. You may not have the experience, the funds, the connections, but God does. You're just one transfer away from seeing that dream come to pass. One transfer and you'll pay your house off. One transfer and your business will take off. I believe many of you are close to seeing this happen. You wouldn't be hearing this if there wasn't a transfer on the way. Now don't talk yourself out of it. It'll never happen for me, Joel. I don't have the resources. I don't come from a prominent position. How can I do something great? You're right where Nehemiah was. He dared to believe. He dared to go to the king. He dared to pray bold prayers. Don't be intimidated by the size of your dream. God doesn't give big dreams to small people. There is greatness in you. There are new levels in you. There is a world changer in you. There is a history maker in you. That's why God put something big in you. He knows what you're capable of. Like with Nehemiah, he has people who will fund your dreams. People who will use their influence to open doors. People who will go out of their way to be good to you. It's significant that Nehemiah was weeping over what he wanted to make better. His heart was broken over the wrongs that he saw. This wasn't about having a big position, being well known, acquiring more. His dream was tied to building the kingdom, helping people rise higher, seeing his family, his relatives reach their potential. When your heart is to make a difference, when you're moved over that child you want to send to college, moved over those people you want to help, moved over those loved ones who are struggling, when your motives are right, then you will see these transfers. God is looking for Nehemiahs, people he can entrust with influence, with favor, with resources.